at Porter's book signing with your dad, I don't know how many years ago that was, when your book came out, and I do remember it well. I still have a great picture with your dad. Is there any of all his body of work, any of his great novels, one that stands out for you?
So the question is, of all of Elmore Leonard's books, which one stands out the most to his son, Peter?
Swag is one of my favorites. I'm rereading the books because I'm involved in the estate, handling Elmore's properties, selling to Hollywood. And so I'll reread a book and think, oh, that's my favorite. And Swag was my favorite. Then I read The Hot Kid and I thought, God, The Hot Kid is incredible. So that became my favorite. And that's how it goes. I haven't read some of them in many, many years, but they're all good in their way.
Do we have another? Yeah, I see a hand shooting up right along the aisle there.
So, in the early days, the producers in Hollywood had the holier-than-thou attitude about how to do something. And Elmore had problems with that. So now you're representing the state, you get to put guidelines on how things are produced today, or they still don't care?
So the question is, as Peter's helping manage Elmore Leonard's estate, does he get to put guidelines on how producers use the intellectual property, if I understand the question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As an executive producer on a project, I can weigh in with my point of view. That doesn't mean they're always going to listen to me, but it feels good.
There's an old saying about dark blue suits that you can wet your pants and you feel good, nobody can tell. But not highly recommended.
Or, what's the corollary for a salesman? It's like wearing a white suit, it feels good. Being in a white suit, it feels good and it shows.
We have a question here, Mr. Alan Lango from Deadline Detroit.
How long did it take to do all the interviews and you have to fly around the country for it? And also, what do you think your father would have thought about this film?
So we have a question for the filmmakers. How long did it take it? How much travel to make this documentary? How much travel did you have to do? And also a question for Peter. What do you think your father would have thought of it? So let's start with John and Richard.
It took us around a year and a half for the interviews to be done, and complications ensued about the narrator. I went after a certain person, and it didn't work out, and so it was 2.5 years of production, really, and then we finished it, and COVID came along. So we had to sit on it for a couple of years. And now I think that Peter probably should take the last one.
I think Elmore would have loved it. I think he would have been blown away. It's so good, and it really captures him. Just his attitude, his style, his voice, and his points of view on very numerous subjects that were in books, and he'd have loved it. It was just the tone of it. I mean, it was perfect. It really, really captured it.
So Richard, when you have all this material that you're collecting, and then we have a pandemic, and everybody's basically locked somewhere and can't do anything, for a project like this,